Murtz Jaffer here with Kailyn and another Big Brother Canada 7 eviction interview. Kailyn, why are you sitting with me?
You tell me. I wasn't planning on being here this early on, but I think I went too hard last week, and I think that was kind of my downfall.
You're a psychic. Did you foresee yourself on this show? Did you foresee your eviction?
Do you know what? I definitely saw myself. I wasn't sure when I got rid of my spa and downsized. I knew something big was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to be this big, as in Big Brother. As for my eviction, when 2 house guests went up last week, I was like, on that same night, I had a dream, and I was doing my eviction speech. So I kind of, even though I wanted to deny it, I knew something was up.
Did you know that you were going to be interviewed by a brown guy wearing a black sweater this morning?
Absolutely.
Yes, I knew it.
That was my dream.
Yes.
That was my dream.
Yes,
I was like, please bring a brown guy in a black and gray sweater. That's what I need.
I like it. There were 2 definite sides on this season, and when Maki was evicted in the split vote, your side definitely seemed surprised. Who do you think flipped on you?
Do you know what? I knew it was Anthony. Anthony went hard to get him out of the house, and as much as I tried to talk to him, the vote was actually supposed to be 7-3 their side. But I was able to get everybody together and guilt them into, at least if we have a split vote, Dane will have to show his true colors and where he lies in it. So, yeah.
Now, the part that I found interesting about that is, we both agree, obviously somebody flipped on you, but then when you had your big reveal about your age and your family, obviously one of the people that you chose to disclose that to was one of the people that flipped on you. How did you sort of get past that and still decide to confide in Anthony, for example?
Do you know what? I knew that at that point, I knew I was going to be leaving. And I just thought, I want these people to see who I truly am before I walk out those doors, because maybe it'll give them a bigger picture. And the fact that some of us can't go home to our parents' house and live on the couch. Do you know what I mean? There are real lives, real people, and so on. And so I just wanted them to see that side of me.
And do you feel like there were people that were doing that, sort of like living on the couch?
Absolutely. Listen, those are kids in adult bodies, but a lot of them, do you know what I mean, haven't really experienced life yet. And so, yeah, and some I'm just like, oh, you can't win. You just blow the money. Give it to somebody who's deserving,
What I found the most interesting about your strategy is that it's common knowledge that younger people do well on this show. Was that an active decision for you to lie about your age to sort of connect more?
Absolutely. I knew from watching previous shows that it's usually the older person that goes out first. It's usually the people of color that go hard. And so I kind of went against what I said. I said, I was going to play younger. I wasn't going to talk about my kids. And I was going to hold back a little bit. But as soon as I got in the house, game on. Game on. I wasn't able to tone it down as much as I hoped I would be able to.
Do you regret playing as hard as you did?
Yeah. You never know till you're in that position. Do you know what I mean? I can't say I regret it, but yeah, if I could talk to myself back then, it'd be, slow down, sister. Slow down a little bit. But, I am who I am.
You definitely had issues with Sam, Adam, Chelsea, and especially Kyra. What were your biggest issues with them?
Do you know what? Just the fact that I was able to see through past the facade. Do you know what I mean? With Kyra, I called her out as crazy early on. Called them out. With Sam and Adam, it was, no, you can't decide that you're gonna, claim the house as your own and everything's written in stone. That's not how this game works. And so I thought there was a lot of ego there. Do you know what I mean? Which just didn't really jive with me. And who else here? And Chelsea, well, I just think that she's fake. Not everything can be so picture perfect. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Kyra especially, I thought that you and them clashed a lot. What was the big issue there?
That when I would have a conversation with them, they would kind of repeat it back to me, but in a totally different way. So I was like, oh, can't really trust you because you're dangerous. I knew that from day one, and so I was kind of tiptoed.
Chelsea's big move was obviously to backdoor you. Absolutely. As a fan of the show, you're not the type of player that I usually expect to get backdoored. Do you think that was a good move?
It was very smart. Early on, I had called Chelsea out. She had said that she wanted to work with Anthony and myself. And I looked at her. I said, yeah, I don't buy what you're selling, right? I know that you're doing that with the other side as well. And I think that was my a mistake that I made because all of a sudden you saw her go, but now I'm on her radar because I called her out.
You've obviously seen the show before. We know that at the beginning, the younger guys, the Danes and the Adams usually win a lot of competitions. Absolutely. As a fan of the show, do you think it would have been a smarter strategy to maybe align with the power, align with the people that are winning these competitions rather than target them?
Those are never the people I want to hang with. I love the underdogs, always have. And so, yeah, it would have been smart, but it wouldn't have been who I am, right?
You seem to be the rock of your alliance. How do you think that they're going to move forward without Mama K sort of like holding the flag?
Do you know what? I have all the faith that they're going to be able to see the people in the situations and just go strong. Like Damien, for one, they do not see his strengths. And Eddie, I think he's going to come up and do some great things. So I'm hoping that they'll just stay strong, and I hope one of them won HOH last night.
What do you think your best moves and worst moves were while you were in the house?
My best moves, I think, was just being true. I said when I came in the house, I wanted to leave the same way I came in, right, with my head held high. I think my worst move probably was when I saw people for who they were, I should have kept it to myself. I shouldn't have been so open about, I see you, you know?
And what was the best part about being on Big Brother Canada?
Oh my goodness. Just, like sitting at home and playing, completely different from being in there. It was amazing. Like just to have it's the best social experiment there is out there, right? All these different personalities and kind of what you can do and where you can jive and who you can connect with. It was amazing.
How great was it for you to finally like sort of bring up your family? Because I'm sure that they're sitting at home watching. Oh, say my name, say my name.
Right? Like, hello, Mom.
Yeah.
Like we've been here from day one. Do you know what? That was, it was an aha moment for me. Do you know what I mean? Because they are my everything. So to keep that back, it felt like just a knot in my stomach the entire time I was there. When you'd have conversations with people, it was very one-sided because I couldn't share who I was. So it was beautiful. It was great to be able to finally say their names and acknowledge them.
And is the only reason you did because you kind of sensed that you were on the way out?
I knew I was.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. I saw. Okay, I'm out. Call it done. Do you know what I mean? And I wanted them to see who I was and why I am the way I am.
Amazing. Kailyn, thank you so much.
Thank you.
you.
Very nice talking.
Nice to meet you.